Hey guys, I wanted to do a live tonight just to kind of come on here and go over any questions or anything you guys might want to know from me, just because that's the reason that I started this Instagram page, was to just be vulnerable and honest about where I'm at with my journey, and hope that the people that follow me are here for those reasons. And I know there are a few of you that are very genuine and sweet, and I really appreciate you guys. So I got 2 requests tonight to talk about my hair loss journey and kind of my experience with this so far. It's been 2 full years now of pretty consistent and regular hair loss, I guess you'd say. Shedding, telogen effluvium, I don't know. To be completely honest, I don't have a formal diagnosis. I'm not sure if I have androgenetic alopecia. I don't know if I have chronic telogen effluvium. I don't know if it's because of my thyroid or my hormones. I don't have a formal diagnosis. I have been to multiple doctors over this, multiple dermatologists. I did not have a where they take the skin and put it on under the microscope or whatever. I've never had that done, and I truly just don't want to at this point, because I have found what works for me. So how did I come to that place? I mean, 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, even a year ago, I was a hot mess. I remember when I moved to Austin from Connecticut. I live in Austin now. When I moved here, that was in February, and I was still just so distraught how I was gonna go out into the world and how are people gonna view me. Like, I don't have my thick, long hair, and you can see, like, I still have hair, and it's fine. I mean, it's way thinner than it used to be, and every time I touch it, I mean, hair comes out, but it's still hair and nobody notices. But it took me a really long time to get to that place. And what I really think I went through was the 5 phases of grief or denial, or grief, or like when someone dies and you go through those emotions of like loss. There's like 5 stages. So the 5 stages, the first one is denial and isolation, then it's anger, bargaining, depression, and then finally acceptance. So I definitely went through denial and isolation. Like I said, I mean, when this first started for me, I gave myself like 3 months of it. I chalked it up to seasonal shedding. And then after that 3-month period passed, and it was still coming out, and it used to come out in like serious clumps. I mean, I would run my fingers through my hair and I would have a ball of hair in my hand. As after that 3 months passed and it just wasn't getting any better, I just spent hours researching. I mean, I would go to work and come home and just start researching, and I would literally be at work just sitting there reading, like, what can I do? Like, what is the solution? And something inside of me always knew that I wanted to go the natural route. I never wanted to do like Rogaine or minoxidil or any of those treatments. It just didn't feel right for me. So I really tried to stick with natural stuff. I mean, but like, ladies, gents, I tried just about every supplement you can imagine. I still take supplements now, but that's because I've had the proper testing and I know what I'm deficient in. But I actually did more harm than good with that, because my selenium levels, which high selenium levels can also lead to hair loss. I was taking so much selenium because I had read on some internet forum that like if you have thyroid issues and hair loss, like you might be deficient in selenium. So I just started taking selenium for like 6 months every day. And I got my blood test done, and my doctor was like, your selenium levels are like way too high. So I stopped. But for me, the first year and a half really was just trial and error, just trying to figure out how to make it work. The second emotion here is anger, and I'm truly not an angry person. I've never really been an angry person. So for me, I just get more like sad, and I would just cry. I know that's a super common thing. Like, I would just spend hours crying. I mean, I would just brush my hair and just look at the balls of hair, and I just felt like I was like losing myself, and it was so hard. I mean, ladies, like anyone who's going through this, just know your emotions are real and you're not alone, and you've definitely not been the only person to go through this or feel that way. So I'm with you. And like I said, my first year was just literally trying everything I could do. I went raw vegan. I went vegan. I did the autoimmune paleo diet, which I still recommend for other reasons, but I tried fasting, I stopped working out, I stopped running because I thought running was bad. Then I learned that weightlifting's not good. I went to 7 different doctors to try and get my answers. Like, I went through just about everything. So I guess that goes with bargaining, which is the 3rd stage here. I really tried everything. I pled with my hair, I pled with my thyroid. I just, I tried everything I could think of. And some, my hair shedding has gone down, and some days I'll get hopeful and be like, okay, like, it's slowed down and maybe it's gonna grow back. And, but the truth is, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. All I know is, like, I need to take care of my body the best way that I possibly can, and just, like, love myself and accept myself wherever I'm at in my journey. Self-love, and just this whole hair loss experience has honestly showed me how to love myself for other reasons. Like, it's not just about what you look like. It's about who you are. Like, who are you being in the world today? Are you kind? Are you loving? Are you nice? Do you, like, let the little stuff get to you? Do you take it out on your friends? Like, I try not to be that person today. Like, I really just try and be as loving and kind, especially because I know, like, I'm going through something really hard, and other people, who are unkind to me don't realize that I'm really hurt inside right now, and I don't need their negative energy making it worse. So I try not to give other people that negative energy. But depression, yes, I was very depressed for a long time. Like, I would cry to my mom, I'd cry to my boyfriend, anyone who would want to talk to me about it, I would just be like, yes, talk to me, please. Like, I just, like, needed to talk to people about what I was going through. And I didn't want to be social, I didn't want to go to events. I had a really hard time getting dressed up. Like, before I found hair toppers and wigs and extensions and stuff like that, I didn't want to get dressed up. Like, getting dressed up used to be my favorite thing to do, and I just didn't want to do it anymore because I just didn't feel beautiful. But now I'm really kind of, like, at the acceptance stage. Don't get me wrong, some days it's hard. Like, some days I just want my hair back, and I still will count hairs in my brush sometimes to see how it's doing, and, I still will run my fingers through my hair to see if hair is coming out and stuff like that. And I am still working on a doctor with my thyroid. I'm probably going to talk about my thyroid in a different video if you guys are interested, but honestly, this community, purchasing a hair topper, even if I didn't want to wear it out in public, I did. Like, that day I got it and I loved it and I wore it out, and I don't care if people notice it now, because wigs and extensions and alternative hair is so normal now that who cares. But it took me a while to get there. It took me about, a year and a half to really be like, okay, like, this is my situation, for better or for worse. Like, this is the hands that I'm dealt. And I'm just gonna make it work the best way I know how. And, I don't wear hair out all the time. Like, right now, this is just my normal hair. When I go to the gym, I just pull it in a ponytail, or like a bun. I wear hats if I feel really uncomfortable. But, at the end of the day, like I said, this life gives you challenges so that you can overcome them and move on to something, the next thing. And the faster you're able to overcome your struggle, the faster you're gonna see the good, from your situation. There's always a silver lining. And for me, the silver lining so far was just learning to, like, love and accept myself with or without my hair. Learning to be a kind person even if I'm feeling shitty. And finding alternative hair. It's a great option. There's so many women on here who sell hair, wear hair, and they're living their life. They're just doing their thing. There's nothing to be ashamed of. And even if you're bald, bald is beautiful. There's so many bald women out there who are just badass and just don't care. So, that's kind of where I'm at with that. It still is, like, a thing. I'm still working with a doctor. We're still trying to figure out my thyroid and get that all normalized, and, like, my hormones and stuff. I'm a work in progress, but at the end of the day, I am, I wouldn't say I'm grateful yet for my hair loss, but I would say that it's made me, like, a way better person. And You know, I get some cool relationships and friends out of it. Like, that's what, you know, that's what it's all about. So I'm gonna try and keep this short. I'm at 10 minutes now and I don't want to go on too long. So anywho's, let me know if you guys have any additional questions or anything else I didn't cover that you want me to go into. If you do want to know more about my situation with my thyroid, I'm happy to talk about that too. Or if you have any questions about like hair, stuff like that, I'm happy to answer any questions. So thank you guys for asking me to, you know, sending me your requests of what you want to see, and I will talk to you soon.